Good morning to all of you collectively as we gather for the first launch here in the Lehigh Valley and over the live stream on the internet of New Paths Christians Engaging Israel. The immediate first piece of business in all such gatherings is to remind you and to ask of you that you turn off your cell phones. Because apparently somebody has a very large speaker on it and was just feeding my voice back to me. It is with enormous excitement that we gather this morning to present to you the New Paths program. It's been underway now in development for about a year and a half. A number of you were involved with us in helping to bring it to this point as you participated in field test sites that we did in January and February of this year. And I want to say thanks to all of you who have participated in that and to the many people who have been supportive of the Institute's work and of this project in particular as we have come to this day. One of those key supports that we have had, as always at the Institute, is our home at Muhlenberg College. And here to welcome us on behalf of Muhlenberg College is our provost, Dr. John Ramsey. John?
Good morning and welcome. It's my pleasure to welcome you to Muhlenberg for the launching of this exciting collaboration between the Hartman Institute and Muhlenberg's own Institute for Jewish and Christian Understanding. I know from the beginning there has been a question of what's the right venue for the launching of this project. And I'm here this morning to say we believe that Muhlenberg is the exact right venue, and we're very pleased to host you here. We're proud to be the host of New Paths Christians Engaging Israel. We believe we're the right place for the beginning of this conversation. A third of our students are Jewish, a third are Catholic. We have increasing numbers of Muslim students, and of course, since our founding, we have been a strong Lutheran liberal arts college. Under the leadership of our chaplain, Callista Isabel, our students are asking the question, what does it mean to be engaged in an interfaith dialogue as one of the distinguishing features of our college community? Muhlenberg is also the right place because for a quarter century, the IJCU has been doing great work for the college, for the Lehigh Valley, for interfaith communities locally and in this region. IJU's mission is mutual understanding among Christians and Jews that is clear, is deep, is appreciative. Under the leadership of Peter Pettit, we have accomplished this mission through dialogue and prejudice reduction programs, through curriculum creation, and through the Wallenberg Tribute and many other initiatives on campus in the Lehigh Valley, and now throughout North America and the larger world. Muhlenberg is the right place also because of our faculty's commitment to interdisciplinary studies, international studies, and institutional collaborations. Under the leadership of religion professor Hartley Lachter, the faculty has adopted a new Jewish studies program. We have entered into an articulation collaboration agreement with the Jewish Theological Seminary in New York, and we expect these new programs to be very vibrant and vital to the life of the college. Muhlenberg is a college that values interdisciplinary thinking about complex and enduring problems. And that is why I am pleased to welcome you here. I think we're the right place. And it's why I'm going to go over right to that chair and begin taking notes. Thanks for being here.
And I would invite you to welcome to the podium the co-director of New Paths, Dr. Marcy Lenk, here from Jerusalem, and she will do some further introductions.
Thanks, Peter. It's great to see so many beautiful faces today, and it's very exciting for us to be able to introduce New Paths Christians Engaging Israel to you, particularly our first course, Images of Israel. I know that many of you here were part of our test groups, but what we have now we think is bigger and better and something really special, and we hope that you'll agree. As Peter said, I come here from Jerusalem, and the difference in geography is actually our differences or our diversity is represented in a number of different ways. Peter is Christian, I'm a Jew, but we also gathered together, Peter foremost, gathered together a team to produce what you're about to experience. And that team, it's a team of Christian scholars and church leaders who are geographically diverse, but also denominationally diverse. And I'll emphasize at this moment only the geography, but if you go to our website, www.newpaths.org.il, we encourage you to go there often. You will learn more about everyone here. But for now, you're going to be hearing from all of our team members this morning. So I'll begin with the Reverend Dr. Judy Syker, who hails from LA and Berkeley, California. Father Gabriel Rochelle, who I think some of you know from here, but presently hails from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Reverend Dr. Alan Culpepper from Atlanta, Georgia. And not present, but very much a part of the project, the very Reverend Peter Eaton in Denver, Dr. Ellen Davis in Durham, North Carolina, and Noam Tzion in Jerusalem. So there's a big team that has worked together for about a year and a half on this project. We hope to continue to work together and get the project out there and continue with next steps, with next projects as part of New Paths Christians Engaging Israel. I said before that I come from Jerusalem. I'm a research fellow at the Shalom Hartman Institute, and you have some material about the Shalom Hartman Institute in your folders, but let me just say a few words for now about the Institute. We talk about the Institute as a center of transformative thinking, and it really is a place of both, of thinking and of transformation. It's a place where we talk a lot about tradition, traditional Judaism, but also Christianity and Islam. It's a gathering place of scholars of religion, but also of sociology, of politics, and it's a place where people can think, and actually can produce ideas and programs to think about how we can bring tradition into modernity and how we can use our modern sensibilities and our modern values to infuse the deep traditions that we hold so dear. So it's a very, very special place, and I'm really honored to be a research fellow there. About 3 years ago, the Shalom Hartman Institute embarked on a project called iEngage, Israel Engage. And iEngage was meant to, or it is already doing it actually, it's meant to create a new discourse about Israel. iEngage was at its beginning steps directed towards the North American Jewish community to deal with the fact that Jews, I don't know if everybody here is aware of this, but Jews have a hard time talking about Israel. Okay, Jews sometimes will talk about everything, but Israel is off the table because when you start a conversation about Israel, it often leads to, it ends with name calling and a lot of anger, and sometimes even people losing their jobs because they said the wrong thing, whatever the other people think is the right thing. People said the wrong thing. iEngage was developed as a project that includes course materials, but also many articles, a website, to encourage a new way of thinking about Israel that's based on values that we share, that allows for a difference of opinion But it actually is a way of talking about Israel so that when we have different opinions, and we will, and we do, we can still sit at the same table and even have respect for each other. iEngage actually has a number of products, a number of courses that are out there. And as iEngage has developed, it occurred to the folks in charge there that this talking about Israel thing is not only a problem for Jews. If Jews call each other names because they say the wrong thing about Israel, well, when Christians talk about Israel, it's even more dangerous, right? Or it feels more dangerous, right? There's a sense that one doesn't want to offend, that anything that one might say will offend somebody. And so Peter Pettit, who is a longtime friend of the Shalom Hartman Institute, for decades actually deeply involved in its annual International Theology Conference and many other parts of the Institute, Peter was asked to put together this group of scholars to come up with a plan, with an idea, a first step, to think about how Christians might be able to think about Israel differently.